Johnny here for Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. Inside a Toyota 4Runner. Actually, really enjoying this. Common things that I could pick on in regards to Toyota are present in the 4Runner, but the things that I also love are also there. So I'm not disappointed in this 4Runner whatsoever. And I do have to keep in mind that this is a fantastic off-road machine that is good to last for, well, probably decades. Now, of course, if you're overheating the machine on a regular basis off-road, that doesn't count. It won't last decades. But if you treat this well, it will be a vehicle that lasts decades. And people know that, and that's part of the problem. That's part of the issue I have with this, is that it's really expensive. It's a 2018 and it's 51,000 Canadian. And I think that's wild, because I can have a Sasquatch Bronco for, low 60s Canadian. So about $12,000 more and you're driving a Sasquatch Bronco, or about $13,000 more and you've got a 2.7 liter Badlands. And the thing with this is the motor, it's unbelievably reliable, but it's also not pushing out big numbers. It does not feel like a big, powerful power plant. Like, it's perspective and pros and cons. You gain in one area, you lose in another. So it's a bit of a balancing act. The more you push a motor, the more you push out of a motor, the more power you get, the more fun you're gonna have. Generally, traditionally also meant that the more fuel consumption. But, turbos do help out with that, because you have the choice to go easy on the pedal, or, if you give her, it will give you a lot of laughs. You'll be counting it in not in miles per gallon, but in smiles per gallon, because if you really press hard on EcoBoost, it's going to take up the gas. But when you want to be fuel efficient, it's going to be fuel efficient. Whereas this, it's, fuel efficiency, 16 liters per 100 kilometers, so nothing to write home about. And that's actually pretty much in with the numbers on a Bronco. But you're getting a whole lot less power. We'll have to see if you're getting a whole lot more reliability, but I do know for a fact that the EcoBoost technology has come a long way since 2011, and I do believe that it's quite reliable now. This definite huge reputation for reliability, to the point where the used prices on them are out of this world. Out of this world. Badlands being about $12,000 more, giving you a whole lot more power. That's something to consider, but you can have this right now, and that is a huge difference. So, maybe if you've been waiting 12 months, maybe you only have a 3-4 months more to wait, but this is available now, and I think that's why some people are going to be considering this as an option, because it is a great off-road option. It's a long-term, very reliable option if you treat it right. It doesn't have turbo, so you don't have to worry about, dirty oil causing problems, but you're definitely not going to be getting mind-blowing power. To get power out of this, I really have to crank it up to 4,000 RPM. The transmission, really feel the downshift. It gets noisy, and not a noise that I can particularly say I like. I don't dislike it. I can live with it, but it's not also nothing to write home about. The seats are unbelievably comfortable. The inside looks great. When you get to touching things, there's some buttons that I think could have been done a little bit better, like the heated seats are a little scroller, and they seem cheap. But this is a vehicle meant to offer you a fantastic ride to work, and this is very comfortable. The suspension on this is great, and it's also a vehicle you can take out and off-road on the weekend. And I think it's a vehicle that can offer a whole lot of fun. I think if you can get a new one at MSRP, that's a good investment, because it won't depreciate that much. So if you want to trade it after 3 or 4 years, you've got a great option right there. So, like with everything in life, you gain in one area, you'll lose in another. This definitely is a machine that requires some compromise. But I don't have any major complaints on it. Testing out the suspension in the corners right here. It sticks, it's glued, not very much body roll. Actually, very little body roll. This is actually quite impressive. Takes the bumps well. Oof. Some people, they're driving, hit on the brakes, take a little corner. This is definitely something that I could say is very recommendable. For the used, are there better machines that are going to be new? Yes, if you want something that has more power, and if you really want power, this isn't right for you. But if you're not, a power hungry, pedal to the metal gearhead, you're going to love this. Good turning radius, and it looks amazing. I find the 4Runners just look absolutely great. The TRD 4Runner in particular, with the hood, just the overall look of the vehicle, it looks like it's made to get the job done. It looks like it's not going to let you down. I think this is great. There's definitely things there's things I really like, and there's things that kind of bother me. Like on the door panels here, it actually feels like it's real leather on the side. It's kind of padded. It's got a great look to it, and it's like, wow, they really went over the top with this. Like, the doors look amazing. And then you look down at your heated seat selector, and it's bad. It looks and feels cheap. And then all the dials are very much, very plasticky dials, but they've got a good feel to them. They feel like they click. They've got a good mechanic feel to them. No complaints there. Absolutely, absolutely love the selector for, between 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, whether you're in 4 low, or 2 high or 4 high. Really, really nice system. A lot of really shiny plastic that I find is fine in a bargain price vehicle like the Ford Maverick. Yeah, it's got plastic in it, but price is to consider, and these are expensive. And this would have been an amazing interior in 2010, but by 2018 I feel this needed to be a little more upscale and an interior that follows a bit more with the trends. Mind you, when you're having fun off-roading or on the outside, you're gonna forget all that. You're gonna really find that you made a good purchase, and you can feel that way probably for the next 20 years. But I would definitely consider more so a brand new one, and that way if you do want to sell it 5 years later, it hasn't depreciated very much. But when you buy it used, it's got, let's say, 40,000 miles, and you're gonna be paying basically the price of a base 4-door Bronco. This is Big Ben price. And I don't think I'd want to spend that much on a used vehicle, even if it is made to last through a fallout. So I'll leave the choice up to you. Obviously, your opinion is the most important one, because you're the one that's going to be purchasing the vehicle. So if you get in it and you drive it and you absolutely love it, then it's perfect. That's the shoe that fits. You got to jump on it and buy it. Mind you, if you take it out for a ride, and don't forget, press down that pedal. You don't want to find that out 3 weeks after you've purchased it and be like, well, it looked so fast. How is it so slow? And that's relative. I find this pretty slow. But, that's how I drive. I'm at a stop sign, and I like to take off and get up to speed as fast as possible, and then I coast at the speed limit. I like to get up and get moving. So this would not be the perfect vehicle for me. But for some people that are just going to be more, coasting around, slow acceleration, this is going to be the perfect vehicle for you. The motor doesn't have any wow factor, but other than the fact that you're going to say wow when it's still the same motor 30 years down the road. So if that's your thing, this is your vehicle. Well, on that, I'll leave you all. I'll let you make your own decisions. I'm gonna wish you more cars and more power, and hope this week you get to put the pedal to the metal, obviously, if that's your thing. And if not, just the same, take care.